We started Onfido in 2012, so coming up to about 10 years now. Don't know how that time's gone by, but it's gone super quickly. But there were a couple of drivers to why we started. And the first of them was one of my co-founders, Hussein, who came to the country when he was 10, and he saw the struggles of his parents trying to open something as simple as a bank account. They really struggled because they didn't have a credit footprint. They didn't have the data footprint to be able to get that account in the first place. And it seemed like a bit of a problem which could be solved with other forms of identification. We also started, when we started the company, we also saw this trend of companies which were traditionally bricks and mortar, starting to move into the digital world. So we saw a rise in fintechs, and back then we saw a lot of sharing economy companies, so online, on-demand cleaning companies or on-demand handyman, as they were back then, kind of moving fully online. They didn't have any physical presence, but they still needed to verify the users coming onto their platforms. They needed to know the identity of who it was that they were giving a bank account to, or who it was they were giving an account to transact. And this seemed like a problem that could be solved, not just through the traditional kind of credit bureaus, but some other way, some other kind of less friction, some other way which you could get a footprint super quickly. And we solved that through a document, an identity document, which most people would have, and through facial recognition. So being able to verify that it was actually that person who was uploading that document, and verifying that they were actually live and present when they were doing that. And fundamentally, the vision was around how we could prove a person's identity, and through that identity, provide access to services. And those services could be anything from fintech companies to car rentals, to more recently we've seen quite an uptick in crypto.
Nice.
So quite a variety.
And thinking about that range of customers that you have, large corporates, financial institutions, fintechs, we might park crypto for the moment. To what extent is privacy front of their mind when they're kind of coming to you and asking about your solution?
So privacy is quite important, given the nature of the data we hold, right? So if we're doing an identity check based on a document and through a face, privacy becomes pretty front and center, and our customers really want to know how are we dealing with that data, how are you protecting it, how are you making sure the data is, you understand what privacy kind of challenges there are, and we actually worked on that quite early on, and we've tried to develop processes around how we secure that data, how we think about privacy in terms of working with that data. So we use quite a bit of machine learning in terms of how we build our services. And privacy has to be front and center in terms of how we do that.